Hello and welcome back. Court is back in session with your guy, Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. To everybody watching, I hope your day is going well. It's a crying shame that Juan Soto has looked this bad. If he does not get his act together, what we are seeing now will only get worse. It's barely a month, and I had no idea Juan Soto would be this bad. Worse than I thought. I've seen a lot of bad signings in my life, and this is certainly starting to look like one. Maybe I'll feel differently about this later if he starts to play like he's a $750 million player. My first thought, and I've felt this for a little while now, is that Juan Soto would join the Mets and come apart. Juan Soto has stunk so far this year every time he has come up in a big spot. The first 18 games have been underwhelming, and with a lot of baseball still left to play, you have to start to wonder if he comes around sooner than later. I shouldn't say never, but right now, Juan Soto is having a down start to the season that it feels like he'll never come around. He was with the Yankees last season. Went there, went to the World Series. Wow, this guy is the greatest player. The season comes to an end in disappointing fashion. The Yankees lose to the Dodgers in Game 5 of the World Series. Then the winter comes. Juan Soto signs with the other New York team after being catered to because you have a desperate owner, Steve Cohen, who gave Soto everything he wanted, and not just $5 million more than the Yankees, but his own luxury suite and security for him and his family, the special treatment. So here comes opening day. Opening day comes, 2 weeks go by, and Soto is still struggling. Well, that's sort of part of the game. That's baseball. And as you know, he hits for pretty good power, but again, he's not elite. In his first 18 games as a Met, after signing a historic 15-year, $765 million contract, he's slashing .231, .367, .431 with 3 home runs, four doubles. Every single time this guy has come up in a big spot this year, and there have been many, he has failed. I've been giving him the benefit of the doubt. I feel a lot of Mets fans had way too high expectations for him. If you're one of those people whose expectations are high for him, you are very disappointed in him. A lot of you are less inclined to give him leniency for a slow start. We'll see what happens, but it's not the start we had in mind for Juan Soto. It's not like a good thing to see him slumping or underperforming, especially when he's getting the money that he's getting. The thing for me with Juan Soto is not just the fact that he went 0 for 5 on Wednesday, struck out 3 times, and grounded into a bases loaded inning double play. And I've noticed a tone around this baseball team. I started to look around to see what other people are saying about Juan Soto. I understand the frustration, and a player of Juan Soto's caliber should be performing a lot better and not going 0 for 5. But nobody is a believer of Juan Soto at the moment unless you're a delusional Mets fan who begged for him to come to your team because you just knew he was going to be that same player he was when he wore pinstripes. You just got to be near perfect and almost have the year you had with the Yankees to get love in New York. And even if you turn back to the player you were, you're still going to have your haters and naysayers in the state because a lot of Yankee fans have disowned you for joining the Mets. He obviously, Juan Soto had never starred on a team in a media-driven, a big market city until last season with the Yankees. And now with the Mets. This is not me taking a shot at Juan Soto, but he sucks right now. Part of it is he's striking out way more than I expected. That's alarming. And Wednesday was another rough day for him. It's been that way since the season started. This is not the same guy the Yankees had. He's going to hit, but I don't know how good he's going to be with the New York Mets. This is why I think people are jumping to conclusion, overreacting a bit, and making assumptions because he's Juan Soto. And when you sign a player as good as him and give him the richest deal, more than Shohei Ohtani, you hold that player to a higher standard, no question. You expect Juan Soto to meet up to your standard. And if he doesn't, and he hasn't, you're really disappointed in the outcome. It's not what you had hoped for. Baseball is a marathon, not a sprint. But the lack of production from Juan Soto, his body language, and lack of shuffle, all of it is a major cause for concern. In uncertain times, we're worried about Juan Soto. I'm not surprised by people's reactions. I think he'll eventually get going. The hits will come. I think most sane baseball fans do understand that. Now, I don't think he's smacking 40 home runs. I don't think he's a 310 hitter. I don't think he'll ever have quite a season like that ever again. It's just like any player. Everybody goes through a tough stretch. I think it's just a bumpy 2 weeks. He got a long time. He got a long season to go. And a lot can happen. The way he's being treated, the scrutiny, and all that kind of comes with the territory of being this top player in baseball. You signed a deal that pays you more than most will ever see. You have to live up to it. When you sign your name on the dotted line, and if you're getting paid top dollar, you can't just not show up. When you get this contract, the biggest contract of all time, people expect you to be the best hitter of all time. You chose the money, and now you want to compare your season with the Yankees. Whenever you start making comparisons between teammates you had in the past, that's not really a good look. Soto told the New York Post before the Mets faced the Twins that he had the best hitter in baseball hitting behind him. He opens up about his new approach without Aaron Judge behind him. I feel like that's his perception around this Mets team. It sounds to me like a guy throwing his teammates under the bus. And you think he wouldn't degrade his teammates like that to the media, because that's what I took from him. That's what I took from this. So you're saying because you're getting more attacked and because more pitches in the strike zone, because of less intentional walks, that's the reason for your struggles? How about it being the fact that Juan's left side mechanics changed mid-spring training and have yet to return to usual form? Instead, it's like, hey, I was pitched differently last year. The timing of his comments obviously raises eyebrows. It's a little too early to have something to say about your protection and how it used to be with the Yankees. Do you miss the New York Yankees? Is that what you're trying to say here? He just can't let it go. He got paid a 15-year commitment with the New York Mets. They're paying him $670 million. Great. They went out and spent money on Pete Alonso to bring him back. He's an outstanding hitter. Alonso is having a great start. Not quite as good as Aaron Judge, maybe, but he's not bad. When your best player is struggling, that probably means he's a liability in the lineup. Imagine being Juan Soto right now. Imagine being Juan Soto right now. Thank you for supporting the channel, everyone, and keeping up with the content. I really appreciate it. Before I get out of here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like and share the video. You guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk again very soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Love y'all.